motherfucker! Get out here! Where is she?
Put the gun down, Egan.
That's how you want it?
Now, this was an exclusive that 4Starz dropped on their Instagram, and it's an exclusive of what looks like the opening episode of Season 3, Episode 1. We're only 2 weeks away now from the opening episode, so I do think these exclusives, those short teasers that often drop onto our newsfeed on social media, they are going to be coming in thick and fast. As always, we are going to be here to break them down. And if you have missed any of the previous teasers and breakdowns, you can find all of these in the 4 Season 3 playlist. I will also link them down below as well. But there's no better way to start than picking up from where we left off, which is what this episode 1 teaser is. It's pretty much the aftermath of Miguel taking Maria at the end of Season 2.
Fucking do it, you fucking scumbag! Get the fuck out of my way! Miguel, if you hurt her in any way, I swear to God, I will kill you!
There is also another teaser that I do want to run through towards the end as well, which just adds further fuel to the theory in terms of Maria being pregnant, but we will get around to that towards the end. So just as a very brief recap for those who may have forgotten, because let's be honest, it has been a while, this was the ending of 4 Season 2.
But you're never gonna see me there again.
Now we all know wherever Tommy is, love will always be around the corner. He's a character who's always been big on love, and when he saw Maria in that opening episode of Season 2, we just knew where they were going to go with it. One of the big problems was, of course, Miguel Garcia, the older protective big brother. We saw what he did to Maria's ex in Kendall, and we also heard Diamond warning Tommy early on as well. But that was never going to stop someone like Tommy Egan. I mean, we as the audience have known Tommy for a very long time now. When Ghost told him not to touch the merchandise at Club Truth, what did he go and do?
There was this one, red hair, tall, what's her name?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Her name is Don't Touch the Merchandise, motherfucker.
Don't touch her.
Now, their relationship did have a few ups and downs in Season 2, but they did get to the point where they honestly couldn't stay away from each other. Even though Miguel did prove to be a bit of an obstacle, they also did have this trip to Barcelona planned. But for those who may have forgotten, it was actually Jannard and Shanti who blew this relationship wide in the open. They're the ones who sent this image to Miguel just to stir up some trouble between the Insane Princes and mainly Tommy Egan, but also the CBI. Now that's a topic for a different day, which is Shanti and Jannard versus Tommy. I'm sure there's plenty of time to kind of discuss that over the next few weeks. But this then led Miguel to taking Maria, and then that phone call between Tommy and Miguel right at the end of Season 2.
You fucking coward!
The only reason you're alive is because I ain't put you in the fucking ground yet.
Oh, then you best kill me, because I ain't gonna be alive without your sister.
So now that we're back up to speed, we've got this exclusive Episode 1 teaser, which looks pretty much the aftermath of that phone call. It looks like Episode 1 is picking right up from where they left off, with Tommy charging straight over to Miguel's. And we all know with Tommy, he just simply isn't scared of anyone. That's probably one word that just doesn't exist in his vocabulary. He might have 3 people standing in front of him with guns, he might be held in a chokehold and at gunpoint by Miguel's soldiers, but that shit definitely ain't stopping someone like Tommy.
Come on, motherfucker! Miguel, what did you do with her? Tell me you didn't hurt her!
Now what these boys definitely don't understand is, what we definitely do, Tommy's been through a lot worse. I mean, a lot worse. But he did ask the question here, which I think we're probably going to get the answers to pretty much straight away. If not in Episode 1, then definitely by Episode 2. What did Miguel do with Maria? Where is she? Joseph Sikora did do an interview a while ago, and he did mention, it's not only that something bad happened to Maria, but in Tommy's mind, it's that Miguel has her, and Tommy doesn't truly know what he's capable of. This guy is a psychopath. And I do somewhat agree, but also disagree. He has seen some glimpses early on in Season 2, but it is true he doesn't really know what he's capable of. The only thing I would say is Mexicans normally are big on family, and I personally don't think Miguel would ever cross that line where he'd hurt his sister, but it's easy for us to say that watching as the audience. The key thing is here, Tommy doesn't know that. Joseph Sikora is basically saying this guy's a psychopath, and in Tommy's mind, he doesn't really know what he is truly capable of. Now, having said that, this little confrontation between Tommy and Miguel, which is probably the opening scene of Episode 1, it's going to be resolved pretty quick. The reason why Miguel can't kill him is because he made a deal with El Shay at the end of Season 2. That's number 1. They might have a lot of beef at the beginning of Season 3, they may even make moves against each other's operations, but they can't go to that extent of killing one another, because El Shay wants them to play ball. That's what's stopping Miguel and his guys from pulling the trigger here. along with a lot of plot armor, of course. You don't have Power Book 4 Force without Tommy Egan, so plot armor definitely does play a big role in the world of power, but he can't kill Tommy because of El Shay. And the whereabouts of Maria, that's going to be answered pretty much straight away, either in episode 1 or 2. They have made it known in previous teasers and trailers that Tommy is going to find his way to Maria. And Gary Leonard did also mention we are going to get a very swift resolution to that dilemma. That question is going to be answered in terms of where Maria is, where Miguel has her, and how Tommy gets her back. But this confrontation at the beginning of episode 1, I mean, I do keep saying it, this dynamic will change between Miguel and Tommy. The only question is, what brings them together? Because something definitely will. Something will bring them together, and I really do wonder if it's a situation where Maria kind of gets her in a crossfire between the Insane Princes and the CBI. They have been teasing Maria with a gun, her mentioning in the trailer that she knows what world Tommy's in, she is going to be waiting for him, and Gary Leonard did also mention, the question really is, will she or won't she be able to handle herself in this world? So, could something actually happen to Maria? Now, I'm not going to say she's going to die or end up like Holly, Lakeisha, or Gloria. That's if you guys want to count Gloria. I do actually think they're going to take a very different direction and a route with Tommy and Maria. And something else they released in another behind-the-scenes teaser just kind of reaffirms my theory of, which kind of dates all the way back to October 2023, Maria being pregnant. Just have a look at this little scene between Tommy and Maria. Tell me that isn't Maria giving Tommy some good news. They did have that little teaser conversation at the park, and they teased it again with Holly's hallucination when Tommy reached over to touch Holly's baby bump. So maybe that is something that kind of changes the dynamic between Miguel and Tommy later on. Miguel may not like Tommy being with Maria, but the fact is that she might actually be carrying his baby. That can change the entire dynamic of a relationship, as we all saw in Power Book 2 Ghost. So it is something I just thought was worth a mention. If she is pregnant, I personally think it will end up in a different way to what we've seen before in the world of power, because it would add a very interesting new dynamic to Tommy's character arc. So there is a lot to think about when it comes to this confrontation between Miguel and Tommy in episode 1. Tommy and Miguel may be at war. Tommy will find Maria, but the dynamic will shift between them. And could Maria being pregnant be one of the reasons? But that's where I'm going to open the floor up for you guys in the comment section. As always, drop all your thoughts and theories down below in the comment section. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.